The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello and welcome to another edition of TV1 News. I'm Maricela Kelaton.
And I'm Tracy Pad. Join me later for sports.
In this edition, Wau-Waria demands reinstatement of liquor ban. Regulators told to build a better safeguards. And hunters staying confident after loss. With limited police manpower, maintaining control in the new district of Wau-Waria seems nearly impossible. This is why its local member of parliament is demanding that the Morobe provincial government reinstate the liquor ban.
Wau-Waria is a fairly new district in Morobe province as it was separated from Bulolo in 2022. The first time the liquor ban was implemented was by the Morobe provincial government on the 19th of December 2022 for an indefinite period. It was uplifted in early 2023 but reimposed in the middle of the year. The ban was then uplifted early this year.
Liquor ban has been introduced into Wau-Waria district because of lack of manpower in terms of policing manpower, and we have issues with we don't have a hospital, we don't have a courthouse, we don't have enough manpower in police, we don't have a hospital. So that's why we introduced liquor ban to control the liquor. And when we asked for liquor ban, it was approved. Only the provincial government liquor licensing board has the powers to put liquor ban. So they approved it and we have liquor ban, and then suddenly they uplift it again.
Narawe said their district has only 18 regular police officers who are policing over 65,000 people, a majority of whom are small-scale alluvial miners. The local MP emphasized that tax collected from liquor and liquor licenses pales in comparison to money used by the district to address the destruction caused by it, police allowance, fuel, hire car, transporting the injured to the hospital, and many more. Chairman of the Provincial Liquor Board, Gyasi Lase, explained that a number of factors were taken into account before the decision to uplift the ban was made, including revenue.
So what we are trying to say, tell the global community is that we don't know how to drink beer, which is not good. Now, for banning beer for almost 2 years is more illegal. Now, our company like Vitis, or Kotim Mitla finish. The time of Kotim Mitla lost of business. Wau-Waria no responsible is that because government been signing this liquor ban. So, all Kotim more provincial government now Mitla pay more 6 million again. 6 million in Mitla which have a good work here. Mitla pay law business, loss of business because law it's a wrong decision law. Wau-Waria all amumans law working, but Barablo can't be the province. That's a chairman of mixing every now, me and the governor. So Mitla pay my Vitis now 6 million loss of business. And then giant holding for how to let's cut him. And some thing where only look considering man.
Kamela Guare, TV1 News, Lay.
Jiwaka province is enacting the provincial liquor law in the province in the near future. Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Soro Yoe, has commended Jiwaka for the initiative.
Jiwaka provincial government can now enforce the provincial liquor law in the province after the Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs granted the approval on July 16, 2024. Minister responsible Soroi Eoe clarified that the Jiwaka provincial government submitted its liquor law on May 2, 2024 for approval pursuant to Section 141 of the Organic Law on Provincial Government and Local Level Government. The law underwent a stringent vetting process after all necessary and relevant legal requirements were compiled. With clearance, Minister Eoe granted approval on July 16, 2024. Eoe explained that the vetting process is of paramount importance as it ensures that the provincial and local level government laws is consistent with the Constitution and Acts of Parliament.
To enable them to control law and order issues on the ground, because sometimes these laws are not available. It's kind of the buck is pushed to the provincial national government, and then people can abuse, get drunk and do all the things without any control. But this law means that government and his provincial government can control on the ground.
Moreover, Eoe emphasized the importance of Section 42 and 44 of the OLPG LLG, stating that these are important constitutional provisions that play a very critical role in the space of decentralization of powers. He explained that provinces are empowered under Section 42(1)(c) of the OLPG LLG to enact a provisional law to control the distribution and consumption of liquor in the province. Governor for Jiwaka, Simon Kaivi, thanked Minister Eoe for facilitating their request and committed to effect the laws as soon as possible.
The purpose of this act was that purposely to manage our own social problems that is happening in the province, particularly in relation to alcohol consumption and also local brewed alcohol that we know is creating havoc amongst our people right throughout the country. And that's one. Secondly is to have some control over those people who are selling alcohol in the province, so that we can have generate some internal revenue for the province as well, so that proper license being issued and proper timing for trading, what type of alcohol they should be selling, what day, and all those things. So we need to have a bit of more control over this, so that people comply with the law, and at the same time they can enjoy their social life in peace and harmony.
Meantime, Minister Eoe also called on all provinces and LLGs to make full use of the powers under Section 42 and 44 to enact laws under the areas specified by these provisions. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
The 2024 Business Regulators Summit this morning commenced in Port Moresby. Co-hosting this year's summit is the Department of Information and Communication Technology and the Investment Promotion Authority of Papua New Guinea. In his opening remarks this morning, IPA Chairman Leon Baskins challenged regulators to build better safeguards, collaboration, and ensure effective governance of the systems and processes they have established. The 2024 Business Regulators Summit is co-hosted by the Investment Promotion Authority of Papua New Guinea and the Department of Information, Communication and Technology, a collaboration necessary given the fact that the department is driving the government's digital transformation agenda. This morning, the event facilitated high-level statements from Investment Promotion Authority Managing Director Clarence Hoot, IPA Board Chairman Leon Baskins, and Information and Communication Technology Minister Timothy Masiu. Managing Director Hoot highlighted the urgency for this summit following the lessons learned from the inaugural summit held in 2019.
After discussions, it became very clear that one of the main outcomes was to see how PNG can move towards automated interoperability system. Thus, this second regulator summit. I must say that when we presented the report to our board, the board was very excited and directed that we immediately undertake a second or follow-up discussion to see how we can then pull the regulators together and forge a way forward on how we can improve on the key findings from the first summit.
Chairman Baskins highlighted in his opening statement that despite a positive reform over the past decades, complex requirements or ineffective regulations in Papua New Guinea continue to stifle innovation, discourage investment, weaken competitiveness, compromise economic diversification, and, as a result, hinder economic growth.
Regulations also contribute to low participation of businesses in the formal economy, giving rise to a growing informal sector.
The summit represents a vital step in the country's journey toward embracing digital transformation, particularly in the context of Papua New Guinea's unique challenges and opportunities. The ICT minister said he had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the rapid advancements in digital technology across the globe. Their aim today is to leverage these insights to inform their strategies and policies, aligning them with international best practices that have successfully driven digital transformation.
We have made significant strides in adopting digital transformation in the last 4 years. The government, under the leadership of Prime Minister Honorable James Marape, has put in place the necessary policy and legal frameworks, including the Digital Transformation Policy of 2020, the Digital Government Act of 2022, and the Digital Government Plan 2023 to 2027.
Minister Masiu told regulators this morning that they play a very important role in creating an environment where it will be conducive for businesses to grow. Furthermore, the ICT minister says the summit aligns perfectly with the agenda of the Department of Information and Communication Technology's digital transformation efforts, where the objective is to harness digitalization for social and economic growth. In line with this target is one of the ministry's major initiatives, the Citizens e-Government Portal. The Citizens e-Government Portal represents the top layer of the government of Papua New Guinea technology stack and is designed to be a central platform for various government basic transactional services.
ID or pass and a digital wallet. These elements are critical building blocks that will allow citizens to access a wide range of government services, from e-voting to healthcare, education, and beyond, all in one place. We plan to launch on the 12th of September this year, and you are all invited.
The Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary was tasked by the government to build a force of 10,000 strong. Due to a lack of support, the RPNGC is struggling to meet that demand. Commissioner of Police David Manning said this during the Commission of Inquiry into the January 10 riots.
Sitting as a witness in the Commission of Inquiry into the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary January 10th riot, Commissioner of Police David Manning said the police force was tasked by the government to build the force by having 10,000 police personnel in the force. However, he has been unable to do so due to lack of support. Manning was responding to questions asked by COI Chairman and Commissioner Justice Helias Batari and former public prosecutor Pondros Kalawin about the recruitment prospect of the police force.
Has been recruitment periodically, say annually.
Manning said other reasons why RPNGC cannot meet the demand is financial constraints.
So we've recommenced, have been tasked to build a force to 10,000 strong.
Manning said the last recruitment was in 2017 to 2018. The gap which it took to recruit again is too wide to be able to meet the 100,000 strong police force.
2017 and 2018 were the last recruit intakes.
2017, 2018?
Yes, sir. And the last officer cadet intake was in 2018.
The police commissioner added that the government came on board last year to assist RPNGC with funding, and they were able to rebuild the Bomana Police College, which is currently up and running. This college will add value to the recruitment process of the force.
And it's not necessarily confined to funding of the training itself. It's our ability as an organization to post training. Where do we post them to? Whether there's suitable infrastructure for them to be posted to.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. After the break, new facilities for Makamaka and 9 get opportunity to study abroad.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for kimchi and a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungi Mumi.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Superstition ain't the way.
Welcome back. Minister for Defense and Emergency Services, Dr. Billy Joseph, has commended the efforts of the Papua New Guinea Defense Force and police personnel engaged in Operation Golden Valley in Porgera, Enga Province. He said the support of the disciplined forces to the leadership on the ground was key to ensuring that people carry on with their daily lives in a safe and secure environment, pursuing their individual goals and enjoying its benefits.
Minister for Defense has applauded the security personnel deployed to Enga for their dedication and sacrifice to help the people in the time of disaster. Dr. Billy, who was in the province to visit the troops, says the support of the disciplined forces to the leadership on the ground was key to ensuring that people carry on with their daily lives. He also commends the leadership of provincial leaders under the leadership of provincial member Sir Peter Ipatas. Dr. Billy also paid a courtesy visit to the provincial member Sir Peter Ipatas last Sunday and visited the Mulitaka landslide disaster site on Monday. The visit to Mulitaka is the minister's fourth since the unfortunate events of May 24, 2024. Dr. Billy also inspected the rehabilitation area to get a personal appreciation of the recovery efforts by PNG Defense Force and the disaster management teams. One of the major works carried out as part of the rehabilitation exercise is the construction of a bypass road and the securing of the main supply route to Pogara Gold Mine. This road is managed by the Department of Works and Highways and is being constructed by local contractors with support from PNG Defense Force engineers. Total distance of road under construction is approximately 5.5 kilometers, of which 2.5 kilometers have been cleared and grubbing done. Full access to this new bypass road is expected by end of August after the completion of the construction work. The opening of this road is critical in giving access to the displaced people for resettlement, as talks of opening up the existing road reads a stalemate due to claims of compensation payments by local landowners. Freddie Mo, TV1 News.
A milestone achievement for the people of Makamaka rural local level government as hundreds of people from far and wide braved rough seas to witness the opening ceremony of the iconic LLG chamber built at Bako Station. Present to officiate this event was the leader of People's National Congress Party and the member for Yalibu Pangia, Peter O'Neill, MP for North Fly Open, James Donald, Governor of Milne Bay Province, Gordon Wesley, MP for Alatau Open, Ricky Morris, and other important private and public officials. The iconic Makamaka local level government chamber at Bako Station will now serve as the seat of government for the local level government, ensuring the people of Makamaka LLG have an established administrative structure that will be a point of decision-making, planning, and voice for the people. This infrastructure comes in timely as the Alatau district builds the capacity of its third-tier government for much-needed service delivery. Through the councillors and WDCs, it complements the ward rollout priorities. Most importantly, this event provided an opportunity for Alatau MP Ricky Morris to explain to the people on the intentions of Alatau District Development Authority to ensure the Baniara Open is a district of its own come the 2027 elections. The significance of establishing the three arms of government within Baniara, the judiciary, legislature, and executive, was also stated. The dignitaries also witnessed the groundbreaking ceremony of the new Daga LLG chamber. Pumani Ward commissioned its new resource center. MP Morris was also at Rubber Station extending support to the education institutions and made announcements on the announcement of the final arrangements on the Siri Agaun Road and tender of the Rubber National Courthouse. Despite funding challenges, MP Morris said with prudent management and prioritizing resources, they must work within their means. He thanked the guests and officials from the Department of DPLLGA, DIRD, Boundaries Commission, and Planning for attending this milestone event for his people. Provincial member for Gulf, Chris Haiveta, has raised concerns recently that government processes are failing, particularly the allocation of funding and adherence to budget. He said the economy is stagnating with investors losing confidence. Projects and investments that are crucial for economic growth and job creation have stalled.
A senior member of Pangu Party and provincial member for Gulf, Chris Haiveta, has put the government on notice for conducting government business out of its mandated functions and constitution. Haiveta said the country's economy is stagnating with investors losing confidence, projects and investments that are crucial for economic growth and job creation have stalled and the government must do the right thing. He said warrants are being issued outside of the Financial Management Act and the Constitution, causing severe disruptions in the national budget and leading to mismanagement and shortage cash flow to even pay fortnightly salaries from available funds.
It's responsible government. You draw the funds, but when you draw the funds and the funds are appropriated for another purpose, and especially when it is a fund that involves a lower level government, like in this case Gulf provincial government, and you're going to take the fund away, consult me. No consultations took place.
Iveta also raised concerns that the continual stagnation of Porgera, followed by delays in Papua LNG, where short-term pays or for long-term gain has turned into for no gain for long-term paid for no gain is a significant barrier to the country's progress. He reiterated that investments and projects that are essential for our development have come to a standstill.
You talk to me about financial laws, and I can tell you where the powers of a minister lie, what the Constitution is, where breaches occur, where penalties need to be sought. And you learn these things when you're on the job. And if I was asked, I would have told them that it's wrong to take Gulf appropriations out. You look.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
9 fortunate students are recipients of the Samarai Murua District Student Study Program who will be heading to the Philippines next week to pursue tertiary level qualifications from the Adamson University in Manila. This is the first time for all 9 to travel out of Milimbe province to venture into Port Moresby and soon leave the shores of Papua New Guinea for Southeast Asia. Since being voted into Parliament, member for Samarai Murua District, E.C. Henry Leonard has advocated for the prioritization of human capital in the district. When announcing the exciting news of 9 successful recipients of the district students' study program in the Philippines today, MP Leonard highlighted that bulk of the district budget is allocated towards education programs and tuition fees support.
At the same time, I have students here going abroad to train in other respective programs. So they all run parallel. And who knows, in the near future, if we have sufficient funding, we can then push in our top best students from Mississippi Secondary, or even Cuero High School, or for that matter, Moro High School, or even Sudas High School. We must elevate them up to that level.
A memorandum of understanding between the Samarai Murua District Development Authority with Papua New Guinea Affiliation International Agency allows the agency to bring the 9 students in the district to study at the Adamson University in Manila, Philippines. The 9 recipients of the scholarships are from all 4 local level governments in the district. For all of them, this is the very first time traveling out of their home province of Milimbe, venturing into Port Moresby and soon leaving the shores of Papua New Guinea for Southeastern Asia.
When I was selected to the scholarship scheme, I was really happy to take up the course. But somehow, another side, I was really sad too, because I'm going to leave other loved one behind. But it's a very good privilege for me. I'm really happy about it.
I would want to get an experience and become someone better than being just as an ordinary person.
From the 9, 7 will take up academic studies and 2 will attend to technical and vocational education training courses. At this point, the degree programs for the 7 are unknown, as they will first have to sit through the entry-level test and fulfill certain requirements from the university to qualify for their spaces of study. All 9 have been given full scholarship rights under the MP's administration. This exercise has been allocated 600,000 kina from the DDA.
Giving them 100% school fee support so that everyone realizes their own potential and they can now fulfill their own dreams in achieving what they want to be in life.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2585 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, Kawakina was buying $0.2510 US dollars, $0.3801 Australian dollars, $0.2243 euro, and 38.37 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, coffee, palm oil, and crude oil closed higher. Gold, cocoa, and closed lower. Copper closed the day unchanged, and on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News. This is TV1 News. We'll have news making headlines overseas when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open nets.
More clean, more sweet. Flame natural white sugar. Make more.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Haren, Coke, Young, or roll the scale rice family meal with toast. To bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi gola scale rice, low scale price. Senisi gola scale rice, low scale price. But you like him?
Welcome back. On this World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has emphasized the plight of the most vulnerable in our societies, children. The Secretary General highlighted the abuse these children endure, saying they suffer unspeakable abuse, whether they are forced into labor, sold off as brides, recruited as soldiers, or coerced into criminal activities. He pointed out that rising inequalities and globalization have complicated trafficking networks, creating new forms of slavery. Online platforms also expose children to sexual exploitation and gender-based violence, allowing traffickers to exploit victims. Queensland State school teachers say poor student behavior is occupying too much of their time in the classroom. A survey has revealed that in addition to dealing with verbal and physical abuse, many are buckling under excessive reporting requirements.
Educating the next generation has been this teacher's passion for more than a decade, but it has become a challenging profession.
I have been hit, I have been kicked, I have had a child bite my arm, spat at, swearing, you name it, it's happened.
She says the abuse is now routine.
You become somewhat immune, or you actually build that thick skin so that you can show up to work. And I think that's appalling. No one should ever have to develop that skin.
According to a survey of 15,000 state school teachers and principals, the problem is widespread.
If the average person knew what kinds of physical and verbal abuse teachers put up with every single day, they would actually fall off their chair.
And dealing with these issues adds to an already heavy workload. 50% say managing student behaviour is the main task taking them away from teaching, followed by responding to parents, data collection, meetings and curriculum tasks.
The results from the survey don't come as a surprise to the QTU.
One of the main problems is that teachers are required to report even minor behavioural incidents, like not wearing a hat, in the department system, and writing each report can take up to 15 minutes.
There are 1.6 million recordings of minor offences. We actually need to rethink whether we need to record those offences or not.
The state government wants to focus on parent behaviour too.
I have received very threatening emails from a parent in the past.
The state government is now developing a strategy to ease the pressure points and keep dedicated teachers in classrooms.
These sorts of behaviours are not always happening in schools.
It is the most rewarding job, and I would encourage people to do it.
Rehabilitation can be one of the biggest challenges for people who find themselves in trouble with the law. But a group of minimum security inmates in Far West New South Wales are hopeful their involvement in a community project will be their final accomplishment from behind bars.
A few kilometres from the Broken Hill Correctional Centre, a group of inmates are helping to restore a nature reserve to its former glory. The goal? Rehabilitation for the area's long-term future and themselves.
This has probably been the best thing I've ever done to rehabilitate myself. I've been in jail a while, in and out, and I think it's the end. This one's done it.
This man is one of 7 who are taking part in Landcare's Imperial Lakes project. The former recreation area was neglected for decades, but is now being transformed into a sustainability hub for native flora and fauna.
The goal is to create an inspirational place for people to come and relax, enjoy the natural environment, respect the wildlife that's here.
Landcare rangers working on the project are also being helped by local volunteers.
I was a bit daunted when I first seen it for the work that was involved, but we've progressively been chipping away at it, and we've got a good team of volunteers that come every Saturday.
The partnership with Corrective Services is showing signs of helping the environment, along with those who are doing the work.
I'd like to see it finished, I really would. It's helped me anyway. Never had the chance to do anything like this in jail, and this is pretty good. It's neat. Hope they continue.
The ultimate aim of this sustainability project is to attract tourists to the region and provide locals with their very own outback paradise.
In the aftermath of the devastating Malakuta bushfires, many struggle to find words and ways to deal with the psychological trauma. But 4.5 years later, some residents are finding therapy in creative expression. From basket weaving to painting, art classes are serving some community members as a tool to cope with post-traumatic stress disorder, supporting their recovery.
Concentration is high as works take shape.
It's been wonderful. It's brought a lot of people together socially and got them out of their homes. We've made lots of new friends.
Since the devastating 2019 bushfires, Malakuta's art gallery has transformed into a space of connection, creation and healing.
So many people after the bushfires have suffered PTSD and will probably be traumatised by what they saw and what they felt.
Having lost everything herself, Lynn Casement helped setting up art workshops, serving as a form of therapy, supporting people's recovery journey.
It gives you something else to focus on because, you know, we cry together, we laugh together.
Non-for-profit organisation Reclink Australia has been offering free art, sport and recreational activities in bushfire-affected communities.
The impacts on our community is a real uplifting of the whole community. We're seeing people come back together, increase social networks, we're seeing self-confidence, self-esteem, community engagement's a lot higher.
For resident Sarah Hall, the art classes built a bridge to tackle loneliness. After moving from Melbourne to Malakuta in 2019, she lost everything just months later.
I felt very isolated here, so it's been a really wonderful thing to have a safe place to come and get to know people.
Community organisations now hope that funding and support will continue to provide crucial recovery services for bushfire-affected communities.
Using creative expression to paint a positive future.
The Australian federal government is confident its bid to host the world's most important climate change negotiations in 2026 will be successful. Labor announced before the last election it wanted to join with Pacific nations to hold a United Nations Conference of the Parties or COP meeting. It's one of the globe's most significant meetings. Australia wants to take the 2026 COP presidency in partnership with Pacific nations, some of the world's most powerful climate advocates. Pacific countries have long made it clear they want much more than climate ambition from Australia. And that ends the news segment. Next in sports with Tracy, PNG athletes start competitions and Digicel wins maiden final.
Hi, with the help of Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner, with these 3 quick and easy tips, I'm going to show you that more natural, beautiful hair is achievable. Step 1, massage your scalp during washing with shampoo. Step 2, apply conditioner to the tips of your hair. Step 3, gently towel dry your hair. There you have it. For natural, beautiful hair, use Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner. Have a great hair day.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
At the PNG LNG project, we are proud of our long-standing partnership with the Kumuls, as they represent the hopes and aspirations of so many Papua New Guineans. Rugby league is more than just a sport. It promotes our shared values of leadership, teamwork, respect, personal integrity, and excellence. Lessons learnt on the pitch carry on throughout life and go beyond serving ourselves.
More than the life we've known, there is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
What does it mean to be a man of honor? Being a positive role model, standing up for what is right, being a voice for the vulnerable, building strong families and legacies of peace. The Man of Honor campaign aims to recognize ordinary men doing extraordinary things in their communities and helping to create opportunities to make the world a better place. Get ready to nominate your Man of Honor now.
Welcome back. Linking their wounds after their 66-8 heavy defeat at the hands of a formidable Sunshine Coast Falcons side in round 19 of the QRL Ausplas Cup, the PNG Hunters are sticking together for finals footy with 4 rounds left. Coach Paul Hightom admitted after recording 3 consecutive wins against the Jets Devils and Cuppers, the boys did not turn up with the right attitude and mindset and lacked intensity in Hereford Harriers, which they have addressed ahead of this weekend's match against Redcliffe Dolphins in Brisbane.
It was not a pretty thing to watch going down like that to the Sunshine Coast Falcons. However, PNG Hunters coach Paul Ayton said the attitude in camp is really good this week and it still needs big improvement for the next 4-week block before the finals. Ayton revealed they have some injuries in camp this week from the Falcons' loss, including Jamie Mavoko, who has an ankle injury and will be replaced by Sakyas Kumati. Koso Bandi is still nursing an ankle injury picked up from training the week before. On the team's prospect of making the finals, Coach Ayton believes the Hunters have a chance of finishing off the season in the top 4. However, from last week's mediocre performance against Falcons, they can't afford to play like that in finals football and need to be better from here on.
I was quite disappointed after our performance against the Falcons, but the attitude has been really good. We've definitely know what we need to improve on, and so we brought a lot of energy for this next 4-week block. Look, we've got some injuries, so we've got Jamie Mavoko is injured, so we've brought in Sakyas Kumati. He's come in, and Koso's still injured from an ankle injury that he sustained at training the week before Falcons. So.
Recapping on their round 19 loss to Falcons, Ayton did not put it down to overconfidence, but just a loss of focus heading into the bye weekend, which was disappointing and does not reflect on the hard work they put in.
Not overconfident, I think, because we had that bye coming up, and I think we were already on bye before we went to the game. So, which is disappointing. It's disappointing because it doesn't reflect on the hard work that we've done, that kind of scoreline. It doesn't reflect on our season at all. So, but the good thing about footy is we have this week to improve.
With Dolphins currently in 6th place and Hunters in 7th place on the QRL ladder, Saturday's match will have a lot at stake for both teams to stay within top 8 calculation with 4 rounds left.
Definitely. I think the finals have what it takes to be in the top 4. I really believe that. And from some of our performances, you'd think the same thing. But then the flip side is we need to do that every week. And there's some performances like against the Falcons, we can't do that. We can't expect to be in the finals if we play like this. So the belief in stuff, but yeah, it comes back to the boys and their preparation for the game.
After Falcons, Hunters will host the 3 last remaining matches at the NFS against Tweed Heads, Tigers and Clydesdales. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Fiji's most decorated 7-star Jerry Tuwai has hinted at retirement following his 3rd Olympic Games in France. The 35-year-old, who has 2 Olympic gold and a silver under his name, said it feels like the end for him at the moment. But in a few days, let's see, after losing 28-7 to France in the Paris Olympics finals.
Tuwai said he wanted to end his career with another gold medal, having won a gold at the 2016 Rio Olympics, but not everything goes to plan. Tuwai, who won the World Sevens Player of the Year award in 2019 and was crowned the World Men's Rugby Sevens Player of the Decade in 2020, made his debut on the international stage under coach Ben Ryan. He was once rejected by his national team for being too small in stature. Instead of giving up, Jerry Tuwai became the heartbeat of the team that guided Fiji to Olympic gold in Rugby Sevens 2016 in Rio, Brazil. The 28-year-old was born in Newtown, Nasinu, a place which Tuwai describes as difficult because of its high crime rate. When he was younger, Tuwai admitted that he mixed with bad company and often stole things. However, a message from his father changed his mindset and became a guiding principle in his life. When he was 17, he left school and worked as a gardener while trying to make it into the national Fiji team. His workplace was far from home, so Tuwai took it as an opportunity to train himself by running to and from work every day. He was eventually selected for the squad in 2019, but was dropped because he was considered too small. Tuwai stands 1.7 meters, while rugby players are typically at least 180 meters tall. It was something that hurt him deeply, and he almost gave the dream up until his parents intervened. Things finally looked up for him in 2013 when former England rugby coach Ben Ryan took over the Fiji national team and recalled Tuwai. The rest was history. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The women's sevens head into semi-final on Tuesday as front-runners Australia and New Zealand dominate, inflicting huge defeats on their opponent on Monday at the Paris Olympics, with Canada ending France's final hopes.
Gold medal favourites Australia and New Zealand cruised to the women's sevens semi-finals with thumping victories in the quarter-finals at the Stade de France on Monday. Australia 40 thrashed Ireland 7, while defending champions New Zealand remain on track to meet the Aussies in the final on Tuesday after they trounced China 55 points to 5. In a close defeat, Canada crushed France's dreams of an Olympic sevens double on home soil, as the North American side edged the host 1914 in a bruising battle. The United States also clinched a semi-final berth with a hard-fought 17-7 victory over Great Britain. The women's rugby sevens tournament resumes on Tuesday, when title holders New Zealand take on the United States with a place in the final at stake. Australia is pitched against Canada in the semi-final. Winners will play one another for gold. Susan Oreape, TV1 Sports.
That's it for sports, and now the weather focused with Mary.
Southern, isolated showers and thunderstorms. Port Moresby, partly cloudy. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lae, partly cloudy with occasional afternoon showers. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain over Manus. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy to some afternoon rain showers and possible thunderstorms, then hazy conditions. Coral Sea, seas rather rough to rough with southeast winds of 20 to 33 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas rough to very rough with southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots, increasing to 34 to 47 knots at times. Waters of Finchafan through Whittier Strait to CSC Long Islands to Karkar Island, seas 2 to 3 meters, rising to 4 meters at times along gale warning areas. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerma to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Islands, seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. And waters of Medan to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along warning areas. And that wraps up another edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank